Well, here we go, mother flowers.
Hooray for Titty Sunday streams.
Hey,
Hey,
those are
you
my TTs.
know,
What's up,
I gotta
Charlie?
say, I am starting to suffer from the same thing that I can see that you're starting to suffer from.
Stop looking at my TTs.
I can see that without much bending forward effort, you can get your nipples to touch your belly, and I can do the same thing.
Yeah, it's not one of my more prouder achievements. How you doing, Charlie?
To be fair, I can only make one nipple touch because you know the other one's inverted.
Yeah, I have definitely, I have definitely lost my young physique. It is no
What
longer
is
alive.
What does Stanley say in the office? I've lost some of my speed.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, it's fucked. I uh, I only just got back from frisbee golfing here just a few minutes ago. Well,
You look like you got some sun.
I did. This is like the third time I went out, and I got beat again. I've been going with the same guy every time, my buddy Eric. And
You need a new guy to go with.
what's that?
If you keep getting beat, it sounds like you need a new guy to go with.
Hey. We've gone just 3 times this year, but like I didn't get to go really any last year at all. I went 1 time and then blew out. Well, not blew out, but then I hurt my knee, and so I didn't get to go again. This year I've gone 3 times. I beat him by 1 the first time. He absolutely demolished me the second time, and then today it was pretty close. I think it was I was 9 over. He was 6 over to 9 over. We played in Naperville, and my best ever in Naperville at the Knock Knolls course. My best ever is 6 over. So to play it only 9 over, really only the 3rd time I played in basically a year. I felt pretty good about that. I felt like I played pretty well. He just played better. This guy can throw it a country fucking mile, dude. Eric he's a big guy. He's probably, if I'm guessing, I'd say he's 6 foot 6'1", and he's probably every bit of 250 pounds, maybe a little bigger than that. But that's the guy that was going to be a Chicago Bulls cheerleader. But when they asked him his questionnaire as for being hired, they asked him who his favorite player was, and he said Steph Curry. I mean, you could have chosen anyone.
Right.
I mean, you're trying to be a Chicago Bull. Just say Michael Jordan. Just say Michael Jordan.
Who's your favorite Chicago Bull? Jerry Krause.
Get out of here! But yeah,
You know who Jerry Krause is.
he was. Yeah, of course. So
Did you ever watch that?
All I can say is sell the team.
Yeah. Did you ever watch The Last Dance?
I never did, actually. No, I never did.
Oh my!
I heard tell it's great. It's great. It's great if you're anybody except Scottie Pippen.
You know what? Scotty was the bitch in that though, man. Like, that's what happened. Like, he's just mad that he got called out.
I mean, it is what it is.
They talked about his achievements too. They didn't just talk about how he pushed out that final season with his injury. Like, they talked about his upbringing and why he was playing basketball. Like, they gave him his dues too.
Yep.
They just also called him on his shit.
Yeah.
The same way they called Michael on his gambling. You know.
Yeah. I mean, hey. Too funny though.
Yeah, it's a great doc. So, anyways, yeah. So your buddy's a big dude. He just throws a smile.
Well, he's an athlete. Like he even though he's a big fella and he'd be in our titty club for sure. No doubt about it. But he's you know what I mean. What he is for a really big guy is he's very, very flexible, and so he's able to get the full body rotation into a throw. And God, he just throws it a fucking mile. I can get kind of close, but I can't quite get it where he can. And he cuts every big long open drive. He'll cut an extra fucking stroke off because of the fact that he can just throw it farther.
Yeah.
But he and I are like we're really close matched as far as it goes. So like I'm sure that I'll beat him a few times this summer as well. But he got me the last 2. But I felt good today. And he was super cool about it. You know, there's always obviously some shit talking back and forth. But today I wanted to play Naperville because I haven't played there in the better part of 2 years, and Naperville is that's probably my favorite course in the area. And just so happens there's a cigar shop on my way to it, so I stopped on the way, got me a big old stogie, and he says I feel like you should get some sort of a bonus for being able to throw with a cigar in your mouth. Like, nah, because I've actually done that a lot. Because I can't smoke a cigar in my house or in my apartment, so.
Right.
I don't get a chance to do it very often, so that's the first one I've had in a while, and I rather enjoyed both the cigar and the round of frisbee golf. It was good fun. So then I decided on the way home, I'm like, well, it's Sunday. I'm up and out and doing stuff somewhat early, so I'm going to stop at B-Dubs and have lunch. So I stopped at B-Dubs and had lunch, and I was going to have soda, and I'm like, you know what? I got like 5 beers at home. I'll have a couple beers here, hit them 5 beers, and then by the time I'm done with that, then I can have, soda and or water the rest of the night. I'll be fine. So that's where I'm at.
Nice.
Yeah. Turned out I had 6 beers too, because I forgot about the one that I had. I forgot about the one that I had dropped, and so it was on the top shelf of my. I knew I had 5 beers in the case. That was in there because it's been in there for a couple weeks, but I forgot when I put it in there, I had pulled one out and then dropped it, and so I put it up on the top shelf, and I'll drink that one later. But anyways, nonetheless, now I'm gonna stream for a little while, play a little game, and hopefully try to go frisbee golfing again next weekend, next Sunday, I think.
That'll be fun.
Oh yeah, dude, it's a great sport, especially for guys in my age and or physicality level, if you will. Because look, man, I ain't in the shape I once was, and I sure as hell ain't going out and playing football or anything where I have to run anymore. So
Right.
frisbee golf suits me pretty well.
Yeah, I'm doing the same thing. I had to swap out washer and dryer here at the house, and now I'm just hanging out. And I gotta tell you a pretty funny joke. How many?
All right, I'm in.
Ooh, there's 4 people watching.
Oh, nice. When?
So, I back in 2020, Amanda, my washer and dryer at my house took a shit.
Okay.
It was the house I owned over here in Morris.
Yep.
It took a shit. Amanda had just bought a new washer and dryer,
Okay.
and she gave me our old ones.
Okay.
Which weren't that old. We bought them when we bought the house.
Right.
So I've been using those. When I lost that house and I moved into the rental, the landlord's like, "Hey, I don't have a washer and dryer yet, so I'll have to get you a washer and dryer before you move in." And I said, "Look, I have a washer and dryer. Why don't I just bring them with me? And then when I move out, I'll leave them behind and knock $500 off my security deposit." And he agreed.
Oh, sweet.
So, I'm now planning my move to Indiana.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda says, "Oh, you're moving to Indiana. What are you guys going to do with the washer and dryer?" I said, "Well, I have to leave them at the house because da-da-da." She goes, "Oh, well, my washer took a shit. See if your landlord will let me buy them off him for that, for that $500. Well,
Right.
instead of doing that, Taylor subsequently bought her house in August. So when she bought her house, she already owned a washer and dryer, and the house came with a washer and dryer.
Nice.
So we had an extra washer dryer out in the shed in LaPorte. So yesterday, went out to LaPorte, went fishing with Paxton for his birthday.
Is that where that picture of that little fish came from?
No, that came from the little dock here in Morris that my friend lives on.
That one made me smile pretty big. I love that picture, dude. That was good. That was solid.
Probably smiled bigger than the fish.
Which was what made the picture so great. And when you catch a fish like that, good on you for having the sense of humor to post it like that, because that was fun, man. It really made me smile.
That motherfucking fish, he gobbled up. He attacked the shit out of my quarter ounce rattle trap.
No shit.
The front hook was in his mouth. The back hook was in his back behind his dorsal fin.
Fucking bait bigger than he was.
He's
Damn
a hungry little guy.
Yeah, I bet.
That was a fun day though. I was on that dock for 2 hours. I caught 15 largemouth and 1 crappie.
Wow, that's a hell of that's a
not
fun day, man.
Not a single one over 11 inches.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? I've had those days.
I had more fun doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I've had those days, and they're fun because it's like you throw it out there, and like every third cast, you're getting something. It's fucking fun.
Dude. I felt like I was like hosting a show. Like
hell yeah.
So, anyways, yesterday I went out to Indiana, went fishing, had dinner, grabbed Murph's trailer, threw Taylor's washer and dryer in the trailer, got home, backed it up to my garage door, waited till everybody went to bed because I live next door to my landlord.
Oh, so you're so you're still doing some sneaky shenanigans right there. I get you. I
mean,
feel
it's
it.
not really sneaky. I told him I was going to leave him a washer and
Yeah,
dryer.
yeah. Hey, he gets what he said.
His partner was coming over today to look at this house because his partner and that guy's wife might move in here. So anyways, I knew they were coming inside today. I wanted the washer and dryer swapped out. so I can make everybody happy, right?
Right, right.
So yeah, fucking midnight, 1 o'clock. I
Uh-huh.
open up my garage door. Dude, I was 3-4 inches away from the house. Like there was no gap. You could not see what I
What
was
you were doing,
unloading from
right?
this trailer. So I unloaded them into the garage, swapped them out this morning, and then loaded Amanda's back in the trailer. And then they came over and looked at it, like, yep, everything looks good. And then I'm like, all right, cool, I gotta go. And I took the
I
washer
fucking
dryer
love
over
it,
to
man.
But no, so here's the part. There's the funny. I had to tell you all that to tell you this. I take those over to Amanda's today. I back in the driveway. Amanda's not there, but her car's there, and her car is in the street.
Okay.
So immediately I know where she's at, but Sarah confirmed it for me. She's like, yeah, Mom and Dave went to a fishing tournament. I was like, okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
We get them both in the garage. Sarah and I are wiping them down. At that point, Dave and Amanda actually showed up. They finished up their tournament, so they came back.
Okay.
Amanda said thanks for bringing them by, you know, blah blah. She was, super happy about that. Dave goes, "Is this where they're going, or we got to take them somewhere else?" And I looked right at Dave. I said, "We ain't got to take them anywhere."
Damn it, man.
He walked away.
Smart.
I'm leaving, right? So I pull out of Amanda's driveway, with the cargo trailer hooked up to it. Zach and Natalie just pulled in their driveway from taking their boat out, and they flagged me down. I pull up to them. I said, "What's up?" They're like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, just no." They said, "Is that your trailer?" I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "I didn't know you had this trailer." I was like, "Yeah, this is the one that moved me and Amanda into that house. It's the one that moved me out of it. Like, that's my trailer." And she goes, "Oh, okay. What are you doing?" I was like, "Oh, just dropping off some of my stuff." And she goes, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, man and I are actually gonna work it out. That's why
No,
Dave's here."
you fucking, you're a shit.
Yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, that's why Dave's here. He actually brought his boat down to fit some more stuff, like to haul it back."
Did you have them going, or?
They're like, "Oh," and then Zach looked at me and goes, "Stop it!" And I was like, and I couldn't help it. I started laughing, but I got Natalie. With it. So we're standing there
Nice.
bullshitting and whatnot. Natalie has to run and take care of the kids. I say goodbye to her. I say goodbye to Zach. Zach starts walking away. I was like, "Oh yeah, one more thing." And he turns around. He looks at me. He goes, "What?" I was like, "Andy's a fucking nitro guy." Zach lost it. Dave's a fisherman. They went to fish that tournament today, and he's got a nitro. Bass boat.
Gotcha.
And nitros are like, while look nice, they're kind of seen as like the lower, like,
Yeah, I know.
the white trash version of a bass boat. Yeah,
yeah, the white trash version of a fucking Ranger.
it's not. Yeah, it's not a Ranger. It's not a Triton. You know,
Right,
it's not.
right.
A
Yeah.
nitro. You know, oh, nice skeeter. You know?
Yeah. Glad to see you got your fishing boat on Temu.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we have Ranger at home.
Damn.
I mean, it's a nice boat. It's about an 18 footer.
I feel you.
It's red and black. I mean, it's. I'm gonna say it's less than 5 years old.
Gotcha.
It's got a 225 on the back of it with 2 power pole. Like, it's a nice boat, but it's nicer than my boat.
Hey.
but
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
definitely nicer than my boat.
I just looked at Zach and I said, "And he's a nitro guy." Zach started laughing. He goes, "I was thinking it, and then you said it."
Yeah. I miss the neighborhood. I miss all of that. I do. Some poor decisions were made at some points along the line, and I no longer count any of those people my friends except you. And such is the way of things.
I miss like a few hours every week of living in that neighborhood. Other than that, nope.
I miss most of it. I had pretty good times there. I did.
No, the few hours a week were when I wasn't in my house.
Yeah, fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
That's when I was happy down there.
And if I was more perceptive, I would have probably realized that was the case for me a little more than I thought to. But hey, such is the way of things.
Dude, you and I were always looking to hang out because neither one of us were happy.
That's a fact, man. That's
like,
fact.
I don't want to say like it's a forced friendship.
No,
but
not at all. But that's you're no.
We're friends because we're friends. We hung out a lot because we were unhappy.
Yeah, because we both were. You damn right. I see what you said there, Ben. He said I got that boat for $237 and it came with a pack of gum.
Fucking nitros.
I was talking with somebody just the other day, and I shouted you out again because I've lived in this apartment now for pushing 5 years. You're still the only one that's ever come over here and hung out, and you've done it more than once.
Getting some farming done today.
Hell yeah. So I've also been having some mic issues here. So if for whatever reason, if all of a sudden you stop hearing me or something goes wonky, let me know. My headset, I don't know if it was, so the headset was acting hella fucked up the other night, and I ended up pulling it's a remote USB thing. You can actually see it. Oh no, you can't because my camera's too far turned. It's actually here now. It's right at the top of my computer. That's a USB port up there.
Yeah, I have this.
I don't like that because I'm afraid I'm gonna chop it off, right? But the one it was plugged into in the back of the computer, I wasn't sure. I'm like, you know what? Let me just switch USB ports because I've had a USB port go bad before, and I switched it, and it hasn't done anything fucked up since. So maybe I've got a bad USB port now, but there's two there. So
I have the same headset you do. It's the Corsair, right?
Yep, sure is.
Yeah, I have. I don't know if it's the exact same model, but I'm sure it's the same guts. You know?
Yeah, it's the same basics. Yeah, I mean, mine's relatively new because I had a Corsair before. So let me ask you this: so my first Corsair, the charging where you plug the charger in, the mini USB or whatever it is, I think it's a mini USB. Anyway, whatever it is, the charge port was super fucking loose. Like you plug it in and it would literally just fall back out. The only way that it would charge is if it had pressure like down. So what that was
mine was the cable. Mine did that too. Mine was the cable. I replaced the cable and it latched fine.
Huh. Well, I never tried that.
But this will be my last Corsair headset. Regardless, I'm not a fan of it, and this will be my last one.
So anyway, that was, I don't know if you were watching me stream back then, or I don't even know if I was streaming back then. I might not even have been streaming back then, but I was always on Discord, and that was when I was hanging with my girl Kermit, the Canadian girl, the one who I credit with being the beginning of the downfall of my guild. Although she really wasn't the beginning. I think she was more like the straw that broke the camel's back. Once Ben removed her, then several other people left, and we scabbed together the rest of that raid tier and haven't raided since. But anyways, back then she had convinced me to wear a collar, and then I could take the cord and I could run the cord through the collar, and then I could put it in and I could pull it and it would stay snug, being in the rings of the collar, and that worked. And so I was able to kind of wear a collar on fucking video and make it be acceptable because that's how I was charging my headset. Well, that and the headset would only hold a charge for like 6 hours. This one, on the other hand, will hold a charge. This one will hold a charge for like 25 hours. You could plug it in and have the cord hang any which way you want. It's been great, but and I have put a lot of hours on this headset, as you know. But if you look at it now, there's a light on the side that's supposed to be lit. It ain't. There's a light on the mic that's supposed to be lit, and it ain't.
That could be software. Do you have IQ software?
I do, and it's all up to date.
Right. Is it turned off in the software though? Because you can just turn off those LEDs.
I looked, and it is not turned off in the software. Yep. Because because I know I have a Corsair keyboard as well. So like my backlit keys are all like, I have like 6 or 7 different colors on my keyboard, all like individually set up through the Corsair software.
Yeah, mine's through Razer Synapse, but same thing.
It's the same shit. Because I've got the RAM, the headset, and the fucking keyboard. So I've been big with Corsair. So tell me, why will this be your last Corsair headset?
Since I got it, nothing but poor connectivity.
Really?
If I'm sitting right in front of my monitors, it's fine. As soon as I move like to my kitchen to get something or anywhere still within even eyesight of the dongle, and it'll get crackly and bad.
So mine, the only time mine has gotten bad is like when I'm actually like head in the fridge, it gets a little funky. Other than that, but remember, you've seen where I live. This is a small place, but I can go out of my apartment, up the stairs, out the front door. It stays connected until I get out the second door. And if my truck is parked right in front, I can still sometimes even talk on through the wall
Yep.
on it, and it's been good. So
Yeah,
I haven't really had that issue.
mine does not do that. Another thing I don't like about it. So yours has the. I'm gonna guess that yours is a more expensive Corsair than mine because yours has the strap for the headrest.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is cushion and fabric sewn directly to the head strap. Right.
Mine is the HS80. So it was a newer version. I think it was like $120 is what I paid for it.
I'm gonna go check my box. I'm probably gonna lose you. Hang on a sec.
Yep. Huh.
Are you still there?
Yep.
Mine is the Void RGB Elite.
Huh. I'm gonna go look up some Corsair headsets because I gotta be honest, Charlie. I'm because this one's getting a little funky and it's old and like remember that strap you talked about? So that strap you talked about that holds the headset off the top of your head. And mind you, I have a small head too, but it used to be much more taut.
Oh yeah, yours is dude. Yours is way more money. Yours is 180 at Best Buy right now. Mine is
Oh, damn.
80 at Best Buy right now.
Yeah, well, so Charlie, you remember my history with headsets, right? Because didn't I have one of yours for a long time?
You did. I'm the one who got you into good headsets.
Yeah, because yours was the first one I ever had that fucking worked.
Yeah, that was a good little headset. That Triton, I liked that headset a lot. I still have it somewhere.
Dude, that was the first headset I ever had that worked. And then when yeah, Skynet. There's old Tim with the old Skynet. When I had to move and when we both moved and I had to give it back, I was like, well, fuck, now I got to go buy a real headset.
Yeah, well, and you know too that I'm a headset snob.
Well, I wasn't, but I sure as fuck am now.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Thank you. When I built my computer, I went over budget on computer, so I had to soften peripherals.
Right.
So I bought this one. It's been fine enough. You know, I haven't had to replace it. So if that means anything,
Which it does.
I am ready to get rid of it. I am gonna go. It's in the chat there. I'm gonna go Razer.
I was gonna ask. I was just waiting for the opportunity for it. When you say it's in the chat there, are you talking about with what Ben said?
Yeah.
Yep. I've looked at those. They're pimp looking.
So and the rest of my peripherals are Razer. My keyboard, so I have a keyboard, a mouse, and then I have a little desktop sound bar. That's they're all Razer, so all of the RGB works together on my desk.
And see, that's kind of why I want to stay with Corsair, just because of how it works with the software and whatnot. And again, I don't think that I can realistically complain about this headset based on how much I've had it on. And like, dude, Friday night, right? Friday night, and this is actually kind of funny because Friday night, I don't know if you checked any of the stream Friday night, but Friday night, I had beers Friday night, and because of my lower alcohol tolerance now, I think I drank like 14 or 15 beers that night. So I streamed for 5 hours, and then if you watch, so I didn't post it right away because I just posted it because I had to edit it. Because at about the 5 hour and 20-minute mark, I am so fucking drunk, it's hard to understand what I'm saying sometimes. And I then just straight, almost in mid-sentence, passed out in the chair, and then slowly tipped my head over, and then the headset literally fell off of my head and didn't wake me up.
So
I seen it on the stream, so I
did you
edited.
watch?
I edited all
Yeah.
that out, and so it's actually pretty funny. It's posted on my Facebook now, and it's going up on my YouTube. Or not. What I meant by Facebook is it's posted on my Twitch, and it's going up on YouTube right now. Ben says something. I forget now exactly, but Ben says something. Or I think it was like Ben, me, and Hoyo that were talking, and somebody said something, and I thought it sounded like they said finger bang, and so I said something funny about finger bang. Then I laughed really hard, and then I said, I don't think I can do any more finger bang, and something like that, and then poof, just like that, out cold. Never said another word. So I ended
That wasn't
the stream
that
right
wasn't
at
the
that.
one I showed up in later on in the evening, and you were drunk, and you had the coffee cup up. Was it?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not 100%. But dude, the one dangerous thing about if I decide I'm gonna have a night of drinking now, I gotta fucking remember that I can't do 18, 20 fucking beers.
Yeah.
When I do that, it wrecks me now, and then it wrecks me for the whole fucking next day.
The hard part is remembering that decision after 6.
Yeah, well, yeah, because after 6, I was grabbing 2 at a time,
Yep.
and that's where I went down. I'm a fucking idiot. Like, you dumb fuck, man. You intentionally can't do this anymore, so don't do this anymore, you dummy. It's the reason why today I had 2 beers with my wings at B-Dubs, and I'm like, okay, I've got 5 at home, and I'm sure of it, and I'm not gonna get any more. That way I can have those 5, and then I can spend the rest of my night doing whatever, and it won't wreck me for the night. I won't pass out, and I'll wake up feeling good. You know what I mean? Like, dude, don't do those 15, 18 beer nights, man. You can't do that no more. I'll never forget the one. Well, and now I can't remember how many it was, but I want to say the one right before the gout flared in my foot was like a 32 beer night. 32. Like, dude, what are you trying to fucking compete with Andre the Giant? Andre the Giant did like 100 and something. It was like 118 beers or some shit like that, though, in one sitting. I could actually look that up. I want to say it was over 100. I know that.
I switched to OBS instead of using Twitch Studio. Oh. Hello?
I'm here. I'm here.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I switched to OBS now, like what you use instead of Twitch Studio.
I like OBS.
Yeah, I do too. I like too that they just I don't know when they did this. The last time I used OBS, you still had to do the stream key. You don't have to do that anymore. Now you can just log into your account and it will stream to your accounts. You don't have to use stream keys or any of that anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
It's kind of handy.
Huh.
Yeah, it's kind of handy. I can actually look at chat in OBS now.
Huh? Because my oh no shit.
Yeah.
Oh fucking! I wonder if mine's doing that. It's not, huh? I wonder if my OBS is out of date. It shouldn't be. I update it every time it pops up.
Yeah, I've got it.
My stream key is still in there, of course, because you needed that in order to be able to stream with OBS when I got this one.
Yeah, so I went to launch Twitch Studio and I got a message saying that they were gonna stop serving stop supporting it May 31st. So I deleted it and downloaded OBS again. I was like, I'll just do it this way because I know it. And it said, do you plan on streaming? You know, where do you plan on streaming? I told it Twitch. I logged in and I never have to mess with the stream key. It's just integrated with my Twitch account. My chat's right there. I can set my my titles and all of it in OBS.
In a 1984 appearance of Late Night with David Letterman, Andre confirmed when asked by Letterman that he drank 117 beers in one sitting. Noting that he couldn't remember if he was drunk as he thinks he passed out. Another story involved Andre drinking more than 125 beers in New Orleans with Harley Race. I mean, when you're like 14 foot 12 and 3,000 pounds, like, yeah, of course you can fucking drink that many more beers. That is just a lot, though. Imagine 100, just the amount of liquid and calories 117 beers carries. Now, I don't care if they were lights or what. 117 beers.
That's a bit much.
I thought it was. I was pretty close, though. I thought it was 118. I was 117. I was only one off. Not the first time I've ever told that story. So, dude, not only that, not only were you guys yelling at me. So Fern said she stopped in, and she said by the time she stopped in, I was already sleeping, and you guys. She said it was like deadly quiet in here, and you guys told her that I was out, and she said that you guys like watched my headset fall off, and then once my headset fell off, y'all knew there was nothing you could do. So that stream, Charlie, I slept in a chair for 5.5 hours. 5.5 hours, never moved. Can't believe I didn't get banned for it. I probably should have. Luckily, I think it's because I wasn't dumb enough to produce that one, and then I edited it before I let it stay produced. You know what I mean? So unless somebody had reported me live, they wouldn't have seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's exactly what I tried. Oh shit! As I actually accidentally still have my AFK screen up now for. That's literally part of what the AFK screen is for. If I realize that something that I'm doing is going to be sketch on terms of service or could be viewed as reckless, like for instance passing out if I'm getting too sloppy drunk, AFK screen. At least you can't see it.
Yeah, it's funny. The time that I'm talking about where you had a couple, I came in, you had the AFK screen up, but you were talking. You heard I was there, and you went through the whole spiel about how I'm the only person that's ever been to your apartment, and you were getting Nate lovey-dovey, and you got all done, and I just said, "Oh, Nate's had a couple, huh? Hasn't he, guys?" And everybody in Discord's like, "Yep."
Well, hey, listen. At least you know what I've always said, Charlie. Alcohol is the great truth serum. If you got something to say that you won't normally say, you'll say it when you've been drinking. So at least you know how I feel about you. Look, man, I know we had some shit go down, right? But at the end of the day, you and I always had fun when we hung out. So,
sure.
I mean, that is pretty much all you need to know. And I'll tell you what, too, it has not gotten away from me, or I have not forgotten about it, is a better way to put that, I guess. You talking when you stopped by last time, saying let's go fishing. I'm kind of down for that. We should set something up. I'll go get a fishing license, get one of my rods back set up properly. I'd love to go fishing for a little while.
Even if you don't get your rod set up, I've got 5 in the back of the truck. Like
What kind of it's 2 questions.
I have 2 bait casters and 3 spinning reels.
Right or left-handed?
Whatever you want them to be. The bait casters are right-handed, but the spinning reels can be either or. You can swap that.
Well, when you say right-handed, though, so
my bait casters, you hold the rod in your right, you wheel with the left. My spinning rods, you hold the rod in your right, and yeah, you spin them both with your left.
So okay, so you have bait casters where like the reel is on top, and you hold it with your right cast and reel with the left.
My bait caster, I cast with my right hand. And then I swap to the left hand. My left hand holds the rod in the bait caster, and then I reel with my right.
Those are right-handed bait casters.
Yes.
Believe it or not, I use left-handed.
Gotcha.
I fucking can't do that swapping thing. The reeling with the other hand, I would look like I was literally drunk. So I'll get one of them. I mean, I've got several nice ones in there. I'll get one of mine cleaned up and set up. No big deal.
Yeah, what I can do too is I'll just come over to the apartment first, pick you up. We have actually, it's honestly for fishing, it's probably better if you come down to me. To be fair,
listen, my truck's got a lot of miles on it, and I know some problems, but by God, it's still, when I push the pedal on the right, it still goes at a pretty rapid pace.
You come down here. Well, I mean, there's more fishing by me. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, dude, this is not where I live. Right here is not the greatest area in the world. I would much rather go pretty much anywhere else when it comes to outdoors.
Yeah, we can go hit the river for a little bit. We can run over to Heideki. We can actually go hit the ponds over at
Would
Lakewood Trails. Like there's fish
would
there.
you would you ever, Charlie? Would you ever entertain the idea? Would you ever entertain the idea of going wading?
Oh yeah, yeah. I've
Like
been looking until I can get the boat that I want. I've been looking at. I think Bass Pro's got it. It's the wader that has the inner tube sewn into it. You know.
uh-huh.
That's yep.
So I do things a little bit differently, and I think we've talked about this. I do high top tennies or fucking boots, a pair of sweatpants that have the elastic around your ankle so you can't get the crawdads creeping up to your gonads, and then just basically walk down in the water. I don't believe in waders because I'm always afraid of if the waders fill up, I don't think I can swim my way out of that. But if I get in deep water with just a pair of sweatpants on, there's no doubt in my mind I can swim my way out of that. You know what I mean? So and that whole idea was kind of really pounded in my head by my dad. And anyways, like there's a couple spots down on the Kankakee River where I haven't gone in years, and I've been yearning to go back. But I wouldn't, because the Kankakee River is a big river, and even though I waded this area hundreds of times, it could be dramatically different than what it was because that's what rivers do, and there could be anything there, and you don't ever want to go do something like that by yourself. You always want to go with somebody. So
Well,
that's
that
something
and
I'd want to go with somebody to do.
you find a soft spot, you sink down past your ankle, you get one leg out to kind of push yourself out, and you blow out your knee while you're in the water.
I'm gonna need help. Yeah, I'm gonna need help. You're right.
But,
That's
no, I'm
that's
saying
another reason.
you come
Yep.
down here in the morning. I've got a reel servicing kit and all the little tiny screwdrivers and set.
Oh, neat.
Bring your rod and reel down here. We'll take it apart. We'll oil it. We'll grease it. We'll get all the magnetic shavings out of your bearings and shit. We'll get it all
You're
greased back up. And
you're fucking dude. You're,
yeah, I've already got yeah.
That's I used to rely on my dad, man. I used to take my reels to my dad like once every couple years and have him do just what you just said. That's hilarious.
Yeah, no, that's what I do. Well, we've talked about it. I've showed you
Yeah.
my boat and shit growing up.
Yeah.
It's
That's just one. It's one more thing, Charlie, that you and I had in common in our past that created the friendship that we have. Again, not trying to. I'm not all drunk or anything like that, so I'm not trying to get all wishy-washy. But yeah, it's facts.
you know what makes me mad?
What's that, buddy?
Zach got his boat and started fishing after I wasn't there anymore.
Listen. I hate to be like this, but fuck Zach, pussy.
You know,
He's a
you know
fucking
I'm
pussy.
a fan.
I know you are. And I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There was a specific incident that happened towards the end of me being there, and I don't really want to talk about it, but the end
You
of
will
it.
a little bit.
Yeah, no, well, I will say but this. I will say but this. I do not respect Zach. I think he's a fucking pussy. That's all.
Other than that, how's the parade, Mrs. Kennedy?
It's wonderful.
But anyways, yeah. So, yeah, get down here. We'll service your reels, and then we'll head over to the
%.
river. We'll head over to Heideki.
Dude,
Yeah.
we can make it a thing from time to time this summer for sure.
Well, no, that's why I'm saying we need to do it now because I moved July 15th. So
Hey, you know what there is in Indiana? You know what there is in Indiana too?
more fishing than there is here.
Fishing. You think I'm scared to drive to Indiana? I drove that truck to fucking North Carolina and back at like 80, 85 miles an hour, fucking nonstop, man, just flying. That fucking truck had no problem with it. And if that one breaks, I'll buy another one. I'll throw it in the gutter and I'll go buy another. I swear to God, Charlie, I will have no problem. I would have no problem driving to Indiana. Hey, do you have any interest in the Renaissance Fair?
No, not at this stage.
Okay.
I'm close to wanting to go. You know me. I'm one of those. If I'm going to commit to something, I'm going to commit to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want to go plain clothes.
Yeah, no, and
I'd like to develop a character.
Yep,
you know.
I'm gonna get myself some better work boots that look a little bit better. I've got the kilt. I'm gonna rock the. I paid fucking $350 for that kilt. I'm rocking the kilt. and then I'm gonna get me some sort of a Celtic fucking top and maybe some like leather bracers, some shit like that, and that's what I'm gonna do.
So, the next so I have my Doc cosplay, and I have
Oh,
my Ned
that's
Flanders.
dude.
You've seen it.
I know, dude. If we could ever do like a Doc and Marty thing, oh my god.
I've got the Doc cosplay. I've got my Ned Flanders cosplay.
It'd even be fucked up because you're older than me, or I mean, because I'm older than you, and
My
fucking yet
next
I'd be Marty and you'd be Doc, no doubt. Your Doc cosplay is top notch.
my next cosplay is Jedi. I've got the robe already. I've got the lightsaber. I have a lightsaber. It's not the one I want to use, but I can use it for now. But I just started watching the new Star Wars show that came out, The Acolyte,
Uh huh.
and they have taken some liberties with Jedi robes and Jedi costumes
Uh-huh.
that, as a full-blown Star Wars fan, I am 100% on board with
Nice, nice.
some of the Jedi outfits that they like. So, one of the outfits that they have is like while they're in school, while they're at the temple, and like the younglings are at school, the Jedi teachers, instead of wearing their usual same brown cloak, tan tunics, it's gold tunics, white pants, white robe, like very prestigious looking Jedi attire. They visit another planet that's a little down, more down in the dumps, and their Jedi robes are more fuzzy and tattered and kind of like a looser knit material. Like, they have taken some really cool ideas and made Jedi costumes out of them. So now I'm thinking like, oh, I can, as long as it follows the robe, tunic, belt idea, like I can
So
get kind of fun with my Jedi robes,
the reason that I asked is because I don't do. Speaking of the whole truck can go places thing, or vehicle can go places, whatever, don't care. I haven't really gone anywhere outside of going to Carolina a few years ago. I haven't really done shit since I moved, and so I'm strongly considering this season doing a trip up to the Renaissance Fair. And when I do, I'm probably going to go grab a hotel. Then I'm going to Uber over to the Renaissance Fair because I'm definitely going to want to walk around with a big mug of beer, have a couple big cigars over by the cigar shop, and then I'll Uber back to the hotel. But listen, that kind of thing is always more fun if you got somebody to go with. But this wouldn't be the first time I ever done it by myself. Absolutely, and I would definitely do it again. I did it the year before I was getting divorced, or maybe it was right. I think it was the year she told me we were going to get divorced, and so I did it for a weekend, like just a couple night getaway to get away from her. I think that's how it went down. So, and I did exactly that. I rented a hotel in a kind of a shitty neighborhood. It was pretty cheap. All I had to do is sleep there, and then I Ubered to the Renaissance Fair, and then I Ubered back, and then I spent the night, and then I drove home in the morning.
Nice. I just texted you 2 pictures.
I heard the ding dings. See, I love the like big fucking giant flowing robe. That is really cool. There's no doubt about it. That would be
like
so
that you,
hard to maintain though, like out anywhere.
I know. But what it's telling, I'm just showing you. I don't want to do a white one. I don't think, but it's like, okay, maybe I can get a little more creative with the fabric that I'm going to use.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Instead of just your standard off the shelf.
Dude,
Jedi robes that everybody does.
Bottom line is, if you have a respectable lightsaber, the rest you can really play with, and it'll still work. The key is the lightsaber. It can't be a terrible lightsaber. You got to spend money on that part.
Yep. So the lightsaber I have is Darth Revan's.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good lightsaber. It's a high quality one. It's the kind that when you ignite it, the blade, actually sequentially gets bigger instead of just lighting up, right? It actually acts and performs when you deflect laser bolts with it. It actually gets like hotter in some areas. Like it's a full blown LED tube. Like it's a good lightsaber, but it's
Is it one
not my.
is it one you can duel with? Like, can you actually hit shit
No,
with it?
no. So it's a Star Wars Black Series FX. They're display level.
Gotcha.
Uh, but no, that's what I want. Is I'm gonna go to Saberforge or Vader's Vault
Dude,
or
I
any one of those.
I've wanted one of those. I've wanted one of those for my whole life. I almost thought about it this year at C2E2. They had a stand in there, and they were fucking expensive. But I really thought about it because I want one of the ones where you can go, dude. Nothing would make me happier than me and you fucking creating a video where we choreograph and fucking like lightsaber duel. How
We should.
fucking cool would that be? I don't mean to sound like the biggest nerd that's ever nerded, but how fucking cool would that be?
I'm down, but I think we should lean into the fact that we're aging.
I'll play the part of Obi-Wan. I'll just put my lightsaber up and you can cut me in half.
We like gotta take a second to catch our breath. You're massaging. You sit down, massage your knees.
Dude,
I have a quick smoke.
100%. That'd be fucking fun though. But even sans the video or sans any of that, just like standing out in the yard and fucking hitting lightsabers against each other, just because. Tell me that wouldn't be fucking fun. I'm sorry, man. I'm a kid. I'm still a kid. In my head, I'm still a kid. I know I'm old, but I'm still a kid. And that the ones that make the noise and shit and light up like he's dude, yeah. And they make some god bless it good ones now, dude, that you can like hit against a brick wall and they don't break.
Waiting for Disney to release their one that actually retracts up into the handle. I hope they perfect that.
Oh, that would be fucking something.
They have one right now. It's display. They hit a button and it extends out from the handle.
Wow.
I think only 3 people at Disney have like held it right now.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow. That's fucking crazy.
Doing my Sunday farm chores.
Gotta get them farm chores in.
Yep. Giving the greenhouse some manure right now. I think this is the last chore I need to do. And then I can go check on what the workers are doing in my fields. Oh, I still have to water this place too.
Probably should do something, huh?
Yeah. Doing shit's overrated.
You're right. I got a fellow that used to be in my guild for a while. Cole messaging me right now. Cole is he's an infamous story in the history of the midgets. He had a prominent role for a while, then got kind of goofy a bit, and then disappeared, like literally just disappeared, and then showed back up and had this fantastical story about this big accident and but he joined the midgets at one point and then was either removed or kicked, or either removed or left, I don't remember, but then he rejoined the midgets under a different name and we didn't know it. So because he joined it first as I don't remember what the fucking first. It doesn't matter. He joined under one name, and then I can't remember if he was removed or quit. But then he ended up coming back, and he joined on a different character, and it's a different name, and like used a different voice, like changed his voice, so we didn't know. I think the original one didn't talk much, but the new one did. And so then when he left again, like he came back after the accident thing, and then there's some weird stuff kind of went down, and I think we removed him. And then some months later, he tried to join again under a different name, and I interview people in Discord to join the guild. Like, I won't just say, hey, you're invited. I bring you in Discord and talk to you. Like, I want to know about your life. I want to know how old you are. I want to know, like, what kind of play schedule you have. I want to know what kind of, like, you know, shit you like to talk about, because I want to know if you're going to be a mesh, because when you raid with people, it needs to be a mesh of friendship. It can't be somebody you completely fucking hate, or it's not going to work. And so he comes in and he starts talking, and I'm like, dude, you're Cole. And he's like, who's Cole? I'm like, dude, don't bust my chops, you're Cole. And he's like, who's Cole? And this went back and forth. It went back and forth. So eventually I called in, like, I think I called in like Kent, Ben, and Tim, all three. I'm like, dudes, get in here and tell me this isn't Cole. And they all got in, and they all immediately said, yeah, that's fucking Cole. And so he eventually admitted it. I basically, he wouldn't admit it. Eventually I told him, I'm like, dude, you can either admit it or and then we can maybe talk about you coming back, because, like, if you're going to this link, you obviously want to come back. Or you cannot admit it, and I'm just going to end this call because this is stupid. I'm not going to play this game anymore. And so he finally came clean.
Yeah.
But weird circumstances. But I don't think Cole's a bad guy. I just think he's a little off. I don't know. I mean, I'm a little off too, but this guy's a little more than a little off. But I think at the end of the day, I think he's a nice guy. Like, he didn't do anything malicious to anybody, you know. Like, there was no, like, you know, no atrocities committed.
Are you watching my stream?
I will admit that I didn't see that you were streaming, but I will be now.
No, I was gonna show you my updated Ford garage because it's gotten a little ridiculous.
I am on it now.
And in my head, every one of these trucks has like a backstory, like, you know.
I love it. Yeah, I'm on it now.
So the theme of the farm is red and white, obviously.
Obviously.
So this is Boss's truck.
It's a 450 dually limited.
It's gorgeous.
This is our newest work truck. Okay. This is the one that the farm hands can use, like my farm manager can use this one. This was the farm manager's truck, but we just replaced it with this one, so this is going to go to, like, his, you know, to some farm hand he hired, because it's an old, you know, 2010. Service truck to go repair our equipment when it breaks down. And what's cool is you can actually turn on all the lights, and then this laptop opens up, and it creates a zone that you can actually repair vehicles in.
No shit.
So these are the farm trucks. These trucks all belong to the farm. Nobody uses this one but me. These are for workers to use, even though it's a game and I don't have any workers. And then I wanted, like, a daily driver truck, because that's driving that 450 is too much. So then I was driving this, which is a just straight up copy of my in real life truck.
I like it.
See? I mean, it is my truck.
Quite literally.
But then I was like, the farm's doing well. I think it's time to upgrade this truck. We'll leave this, this will just become another farm truck. And I bought myself this one.
Nice. Is that the electric version?
It is.
Yep, it is. It's the
See,
lightning,
no
right?
noise?
Yeah.
Yep. And then my cute little farm shop for the town folk.
Where's the charging station for that? Is it right near where you
I
have it
have
parked?
I have them spaced all over. I'll show you. So this is the history, right? This is the truck that started this farm years ago, and now it just sits here in the grass grows underneath it.
Nice.
Yep. And then this is
I've driven a
little
truck that
farmer's
looks a lot
market.
like that one.
I owned one that looked just like that.
Did you?
I have a
Nice.
charging station here because this is actually an electric tractor.
I remember the electric tractor. I remember it.
Yep. And then you saw the Mustang back in that shop too. I'm working on that Mustang. The boss parks here. And there's a charging station right there for it.
Nice.
And then we could fast travel, but I'm going to drive there. I'll go show you. I'm still working on some of the landscaping and land sculpting and stuff like that, but I decided to take the house off the farm here and I moved the house to its own location. I don't need to live where I work anymore. I'm doing okay.
Nice.
So we'll go check out mine and the missus' house, and then you can see her car.
Are you keyboard playing that right now?
I am not.
Really?
No, this game I play on controller. I would like to play on keyboard and mouse, but I would need to change my mouse sensitivity from my default that I play every other game on, my first-person shooters. And it gets really difficult using like tractor implements, like when I'm loading pallets or bulldozing stuff. It's so much easier to use the joysticks for that movement.
What about your don't you have the steering wheel?
I do, and not only so the steering wheel is great for the driving portion of it. It's not great for the bulldozing portion of
Gotcha.
it, or the again implement work. However, I have also recently bought flight controls.
I remember that.
My flight stick can become my implement handle. I just haven't set that up yet. Plus, remember when I replaced my desk?
Yep.
My new desk has a metal like strengthening thing around it. I can't get the clamps of my steering wheel to fit over this, so I haven't actually hooked up my sim since I replaced the desk.
Damn.
So, but yeah, there's the house. So I've just found that for the see how I've got to smooth this out. This doesn't look good. You can do all that through the construction menu.
Oh, I'm sure. Who's standing out there in your yard? Is that you?
That's me. Yeah, I just hopped out of the truck.
Oh. Nice.
Yep, and then another charging station. So yeah, so I got it all covered.
You got charging stations everywhere. You have charging stations set up like the world would actually need for EVs to become a real thing. Maybe a real thing's not what I meant, because they are actually very real. What I meant by real is viable. Like that's the kind of charge stations we need if we want to make it viable. They got to be everywhere, just like gas stations. Go figure.
We have too many gas stations.
I actually think you're right about that.
Like, yeah, we have too many gas stations. I agree.
They are way past everywhere, though.
EVs are here. They're here to stay. Batteries need to go away. there needs to be a different solution for power management other than batteries.
I
Lithium
could
ion batteries.
not agree more if I tried. I could not
Electric
agree
vehicles
more.
are fantastic.
100% agreed. But the battery's the problem.
Yep. And what's crazy is even the battery powered ones would still suffice for like 85% of drivers.
Well, they would, but the problem with it is, if you're trying for, and I know this isn't what everybody's trying for with buying an electric car, but if you're trying for a greener solution to like literally help the environment, the battery is no better than the gas car. It takes years down the road to make up for it, and then if the car lives long enough where you end up having to replace the battery, or when eventually that car ends up in a dump, if you will, that battery is not exactly easy to get rid of either. It's not a good solution. But I believe electric is 100% the way of the future. It's just a matter of the power management. You are so right on that. I agree 100% on.
So, yeah, I mean, eventually it's going to be. I mean, the Toyota Mirai is the perfect example. It should be hydrogen. Hydrogen is 5-minute Phillips, just like gas, but it's harder to do a hydrogen station.
It's because it's so technical. There's so much to it.
Not even that.
And safety-wise, it's dangerous as fuck.
It's not. The way they have it set up, it's just like putting an air hose on an air ratchet. They've got it set up just like that. It's literally just a giant air chuck to fill up. The problem is it's a gas. So there could still be hydrogen in that tank, but if there's less volume, you have less pressure. Less pressure, the pressure equals out in the car. You would have to fill that hydrogen bottle up it would be ridiculous to keep enough hydrogen in the ground to do it.
So, and everybody says hydrogen is the future. I don't even know if hydrogen's it. I think you have it right, Charlie. I think you have it right when simply this. There's got to be a better way to manage the power. And how is it that we haven't come up with a way yet on a thing that moves like water moves through a dam?
Perpetual motion is impossible, bud.
Nothing is impossible. It's just a matter of figuring out how to do it. There's got to be a way to do it. They'll figure it out.
What's cool too is current battery production. The lithium ion is going to get mined regardless of whether or not my car has a battery in it. My smartphone has a battery in it. My laptop has a battery in it. We're already consuming lithium ion.
Well, so, it will get mined a lot more if every car has to run on it.
Yeah, but you don't. I replace my phone every year. My car is not going to get replaced every year.
It takes a lot more to build the car than it does the phone.
For sure. But you can't attribute all of the mining cost to EVs, right?
You can't attribute all of the gasoline and or oil consumption to just internal combustion cars either. It's a lot. It does a lot more than that.
No, in any internal combustion, name something else that takes gasoline.
Anything in a factory?
What?
What
runs on gas? An internal combustion motor.
No, maybe not gasoline. But gasoline is not all that's manufactured with oil. All of the parts, all of the moving parts on any machine in any factory need to be oiled. So yes, oil is going to continue to be manufactured. Oil is just the base for gasoline.
But we have synthetic oils. We can make lubricants without petroleum. Petroleum lubricants are still cheaper, right? Because that infrastructure is already set up. But that's what synthetic oil is. It's man-made oil. It's
a fair statement.
It still has a petroleum base, but the technology is there. We can make lubricants. I'm not even worried about that. But as far as gasoline goes, it's the internal combustion engine, which all can be replaced with electricity. The grid sucks. If we're going to replace every internal combustion engine in any factory, whether it's running a press or running a generator, everything that takes gasoline can be converted. That will fuck up a grid.
That's the only that. But honestly though, Charlie, our power grid as a species on this planet, our power grid is so far out of date.
Yeah.
And in need of an upgrade. It needs a complete changeover. And in that changeover, like the technology when we put up the power lines that supply our fucking buildings today, and the technology today are two completely different things. The problem is whacking it all out and replacing it all. Well, that's what needs to happen.
And before that can happen, do you know what else has to happen?
What's that, buddy?
There is no point in spending the quadrillions of dollars it's going to take to rebuild this infrastructure. Why rebuild that infrastructure to existing fossil fuel plants?
Well,
our grid can handle the power we're putting out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Charlie, you wouldn't. That's the point. That's the point of redoing it.
That's why they're building solar farms and wind farms. That's what I'm saying. Is we need to build solar and wind before we rebuild the infrastructure.
When you redo everything, as you redo it, it needs to go towards going away, obviously, from the whole fossil fuel industry, and we all know that. Like everybody knows that. And that's what I still do believe electric cars or electric everything is the way of the future versus running, on anything on gas. There's no question about it. I don't think anybody's questioning that. Even stubborn people aren't really actually questioning that is what the future is going to be. Just I still think that there's going to be a better method for it than what they currently have.
There for sure is. But yeah, I am a full-blown believer that we need our solar and wind farms in place before we rebuild our grid. Once we get to a point where
in order to support us during the time of the rebuild.
Yeah, keep our this planet is done. At this point, all we can do is delay the inevitable, right? This planet's going to be toast in 300 years.
I actually don't agree with that. I don't agree with that at all. I think this planet will be here even as we are right now for 2-3 more million years. I really, honestly don't buy that, Charlie. And I mean no disrespect by saying that. This planet's been around for billions of years. It's gone through snowball times. It's gone through fire times. It's going to go through those times again.
This planet will be here. Earth will be gone as we know it. We will eventually succumb to our own demise. Our planet will rebuild itself, and humans 2.0 will show up. Right? That's what our conditions are. That's what this planet's conditions is. How it thrives is,
and I think
it
that's
creates microorganisms and it builds again.
And I think I think that's happened on this planet on a couple of occasions, maybe more than a couple of occasions already. I think the further down we dig and the odder of places we go, the more we find relics of things that prove to us that there was an advanced civilization on this earth once, twice, 3 times, 4 times before. So we are on our way towards that next demise. That I agree with.
That's what I'm saying.
But
and
it'll be our demise, not the planet. The planet will be fine.
Yeah, exactly. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I do.
And that's happening because of what we're doing with fossil fuels.
I misunderstood you the first time. Yeah. But no, the planet will be fine, and life will continue to survive on this planet. It just won't be us, and then it eventually will be us again, or some form of us.
Yep. But yeah, I fully believe that's what's going to happen. That is my mindset. All we can do is delay it. So let's, I don't want it to happen while anybody close to me right now is remembered.
I actually kind of want it to start to happen like right before I'm gonna die, so I can kind of see it and be like, ha ha, you greedy fucks, fuck you, I'm dying, I don't care. And then they're gonna put like some sort of a cyborg body on me, and I'm gonna end up having to live. I maintain as soon. Yeah, I know. I feel you. As soon as they can offer a robot human fusion, I'm in for legs. In for legs. Give me the legs, because I'm done with my fucking legs, dude. I'm done. I've had enough.
Did he do this whole field properly? He better have. I paid him to. Oh, he missed a couple spots. You prick.
Have you heard? Have you heard that there's
Bird is the word.
heard? Anytime somebody says that, you have to follow it up with that.
Yeah, 100%.
It's 100% mandatory.
Thanks,
have you-
Peter.
you're, you're welcome. Have you heard though that there is another billionaire who has the bright idea that he's going to build another submarine
The Titanic, yep.
to go down and look at the Titanic, and it's going to be two people this time. And dude, the same fucking thing is going to happen again.
To be fair,
To be fair,
he is going to use a licensed PlayStation controller this time.
there's been a lot of fucking jokes like that. I seen one dude say recently, surely they're going to go with a Dreamcast controller this time.
Yeah.
Like, come on. But yeah, they're going to do it again, man. They're going to do it again. And it's going to happen again. It's going to fucking happen again. I don't know what they're fucking thinking, dude. Idiots is what they're thinking. So I did this weekend. I decided to go get my pedicure done. So like, got my freshly blue chrome toenails, but
Nice.
I couldn't help myself. So I've said this before in this channel. I'll say it again. Part of the reason why I started painting my fingernails was to stop myself from peeling the fingertips off my fingers. You've seen me do this. You've seen me make it bleed. It's a bad habit, and painting my fingernails stopped me from doing it. Since the company has said no more painting your fingernails, I have started peeling the goddamn fucking tips off my fingers again.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I want to redo this. It's annoying that I can't. Half of the women in my department still have painted fingernails, so I decided to do it. You can't even tell. You see it? You really can't even tell. I went frisbee golfing with a dude today that I work with. He never noticed. They're actually moon chrome over clear. It's like fucking perfect though. You can barely fucking tell unless you're right up on it. Satisfies both things. It's not a big bling. I can't really see it. I don't care. That's not what it's about. It still will stop me from doing what I'm doing, and I don't think anybody at work will even notice. I ain't gonna tell nobody. And unless you like grab my hand and look, you're not gonna be able to tell. For the record, I'm actually super happy about that. Like, I know that's a stupid thing, right? It's petty, but sometimes in life the little things make you happier than the big things.
Kind of like what I'm doing right here. My little worker missed this little corner. I could believe it, but it's going to bother me, and it's going to make me happy, and it's the little thing.
So it's like all of a sudden several people, like it's probably because I'm on during the day, several people from my past are whispering me right now like, hey, I didn't know you were on this server. Hey, I didn't know you were this. Hey, I didn't know you were that. Well, and on top of that, it's harder to find me too right now. You have to like accidentally run across me because my name's not correct because of that stupid twat waffle who won't give it back.
Well, that and you're playing retail today too. When was the last time we played retail? I thought you weren't doing that anymore.
I've been all retail for about 3 weeks now.
Oh, that's you were telling me
Yep,
because of
yep.
the whole PvP thing or
Yep.
whatever.
Came back,
Yep.
rocked out a whole set of PvP gear. So I've been really digging that, and then here recently I've even ventured into some PvE stuff, and it's been actually pretty fun. It's making me consider thinking about trying to make my guild work. Because the next expansion is just about to drop. Like, I don't know exactly when, but it isn't that far off. Boy, I tell you what, there is a train honking right now. Did you see me just lift myself up to fart? Because I just did. And it was a good old grounder too, like, like damn, dude.
I worked with a guy who used to call them grumpers.
That's what a turd is. That's a grumper.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I think definitely. Yeah, definitely. I always like telling the story when you remember Chris Peterson, right? I always like telling the story about when his wife Cassie dropped a big grumper in the toilet, stood up before she even flushed, and dropped her fucking phone in the toilet with the grumper. And then she dove in there to get it too before flushing.
I would.
I would too. I would. I
yeah.
mean, especially nowadays. Phones nowadays might even survive a dunk in the water, you know?
Oh, for my phone is good. What is it? 30 feet for over an hour or some shit.
I feel like this one's supposed to be too, but I look at that open charge port because my fucking my Defender case, the fucking thing what covers the charge port eventually tore off, and so the charge port's very open. And it's like, I feel like, dude, if water goes in there, and water's gotten in there since, and the phone will give you a warning. It says, water in charge port, do not charge until dry. I don't know. I don't know if it would or wouldn't. I ain't going to try it. I remember when I got, like, my S10, and it said it was waterproof, and so, like, first day out in fucking 4th of July out in Rockford with my family, it was overheating, and so I just dunked it in the pool to be cool, right?
Yep.
It destroyed the speakers. Like, the phone was fine, but the speakers never sounded the same again after that.
Yeah, I've actually used mine underwater to like take underwater pictures
I
and shit.
did that as well with that same phone. But I think though I got an upgraded case for it before I did that. I think it was like the Defender or something. It was a whole sealed case.
You had a life group for a minute, didn't you?
Yeah, that's what it was. Yes, and that's how I used it underwater. Because I've got some pictures of like me and Ronnie underwater, and it was really fucking cool.
That is something that is broken about me.
What do you mean?
That I remember everybody else's like tech and cars and stuff for them.
That's actually not. From you. That's actually not surprising, and it's part of the reason why when you do it, I don't even argue with it because you're probably right. Dude, look at this. Look at this. Look at this little fucking thing. It's all full of little J's. Eventually, I'm gonna get broke, and I'm gonna have to break all those up.
I have a stockpile of damn near empty cartridges for that moment that I'm ever accidentally broke.
Yep, and it's gonna happen, dude. It'll happen, guaranteed. All right, maybe I'll do a couple of solo queues here.
Speaking of technology and stuff, the new iPhone software is coming out with a couple really cool features I can't wait to try out.
Oh yeah.
So they're coming out with this. This is already out and people are already testing and are raving about it. They are introducing this motion sickness prevention.
Say it again. My cue was popping and it was all loud.
Motion sickness prevention.
Motion sickness prevention. Interesting.
So if you're a passenger in a car and you're playing on your phone, you get sick, right?
Well, I mean, I don't, but I know. Yeah, I know that that's a thing. Yes.
So what it is while you can turn it on, and while you're scrolling your phone, the phone will put these little black dots, not like enough to be obstructing what you're reading, but just kind of like feathers them in on the sides of the phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happens is as the car accelerates, the dots will slide down the phone off the bottom of the phone. And as the car brakes, they'll slide forward off the top of the phone. When you turn right and left, they will shift right and
So,
left in accordance with the turn.
so what you're
It gives
saying
you
is it's faking your brain out into thinking you're not moving as much as you are.
well, no, it's giving your eyes that reference point because that's why you get sick is because your
Yeah.
eyes don't see movement when you are moving.
Right.
So it
Interesting.
gives your eyes that focal point. It gets, yeah, it's kind of neat.
Very interesting.
And then the other one they're coming out with, which they actually are already using on the Apple Vision Pro, you can look at apps and then blink to open them, or fit,
Oh,
or a
nice.
different type of gesture. It's for it's for handy capable people, which is I think a great idea. Somebody loses both arms in an arm losing incident.
An
They
arm
can
losing
still-
incident.
They can still use their phone.
An arm losing incident. I am fucking. That's my new way of saying it. I saw
I stole that from somebody, and I don't know who I stole that.
I saw a mock on. It was an armless girl there, and it was like the ratings on her were like 10 out of 10 on the face, 9 out of 10 on personality, 8 out of 10 on a body, 1 out of 2 on arms.
Yeah.
It's like, God, you guys are fucking brutal, man.
I definitely stole that. I modified it to fit our scenario just now, but somebody says like arm losing incident or foot losing it. Like I definitely
I like
stole
arm losing
that from
incident.
somebody.
That's high quality.
Yeah. Tons of ways to lose arms. I love it so much. But yeah, dude, I want to hook up my flight control to this because the flight control not only has the stick, but it's got all the buttons and toggles on it too. So like, I can flip a toggle to turn my hazard lights on or my turn signals, and I definitely want to get that flight thing hooked up.
They're gonna run me out of fucking mana again. God damn it, man. Why are these fights so long?
God damn it, man.
Sorry, I don't mean to be dismissive. I'm
Nope, yep.
right in the middle of an arena, and they've literally run. Oh, they fucking got him. Yeah. I was dead screwed out of mana. There wouldn't be much else I could have done. That dude healed like a machine. I am the machine. Demon Hunter's a dickhead. I'm not digging him.
More like Seaman Hunter.
He very much is. It's annoying the shit out of me. I don't see winning this one. Like, they got me at half mana, and I haven't even seen anybody on their team get low yet. I think I'm doomed on this one. I'm gonna have to do something to get mana, and I got nothing left. I wonder what that the priest has 50% mana left. I'm not gonna be able to compete with that. Oh yeah, that was going to be inevitable. Yeah, that was the problem, Ben. That was a problem. Like I needed to interrupt him more. Oh, I accident bubbled. I did not mean to do that. I probably shit the bed here. That's where bubble cost me. If I could use bubble right there, I could have saved him. That's unfortunate. This big tuna is our low DPS by the looks of it. Pretty every arena. They finally figured out to go after the priest. And now he feared them all. That was a good fear on his part. Very good fear. But he's totally tappable if they just focus him. Well, damn it, man. I don't know why you'd waste that CC there. That was the stupidest fucking CC. That was a waste of a sheep. If I ever seen one. That was a good sheep, but it's going to be shorter because of the one you wasted. Oh, this priest has got a big shield on, so I can't stun him. Oh, wow, they murdered somebody. I don't even know who they murdered. Did somebody leave? Holy shit, I don't even know who died. Bless you.
Sorry, I flipped my mic up and I thought it muted it. My bad.
It's all good. Damn Corsair mics.
Yep.
It's the mic that's malfunctioning on this thing. It is. I know it is.
Mine does that once in a while. That's another thing I don't like about this. So to mute the mic, you just flip it up.
Yep.
Mine will just get the best way. It's not broken. It just gets confused on where it's at.
Yep. Same.
Sometimes it will mute when I don't want it to, and sometimes it'll unmute when I want it muted. Like if I do it too quickly or something, I have to do like a very deliberate, slow move up of the mic.
Fair. And mine's like that as well. It's moody. You fucking bastard. That was a well-timed fucking sheep. Oh, are you kidding me? We lost at the end. Fuck you. Ah. That fucking priest was dead. God bless America. Oh, well. I was doomed. Unfortunately, that's the worst thing about doing twos as a healer, man. If the other healer's better, you're just gonna lose. And he was just like this much better than me, dude. Motherfucker. If I could have got him to focus him a few times, though, I think he would have gone down, but nobody ever wants to focus a healer, especially not a priest. But priests can keep other people alive for days, man, like days. He runs me out of mana, and he's still got like fucking 40, 50%, motherfucker. Still can't believe I golfed that whole round. That motherfucker never even noticed them nails, man. Never even noticed. That's great, because that was in the sun, too. So you'd have thought he would have noticed. But nope. Perfect. It's exactly what I need. Small bonus is they're blacklight reflective.
Nice.
Yeah, right. It's minimal, though. You have to, like, get right up into blacklight. Of course, I guess if it was done, I kind of want to get a big blacklight for in here because I really like blacklight. You know, me and blacklight gets along really well.
Gross.
I'd like to get a big one. Hey, I changed my sheets enough that if you hang a black light over my sheets, you ain't gonna see no yuckies. Hopefully.
I was just thinking today that it's been a long time since I did my fitted sheet.
Dude, that's the one that's the worst. That's the one that's the shittiest to change.
Well, that and it's a flannel California King, and I'm never here. I just forget about it, you know.
Yeah, fair. Is it the jersey style flannel?
No, it's one color. It's
No,
a
no,
it's
no,
a more
no,
fuzzy flannel.
no. I mean, like jersey is a brand.
Yeah.
It's
No,
it,
it's
that's what I have, and they're
yeah.
actually really comfortable. They're soft, but it's like a it's like a flannelly type material. But they're
I
comfortable. I
hate
like
my
them.
sheet.
Do you
I
really?
hate my sheet, but it's what came. Yeah, it's what came with the bed, and I just haven't. It's not one I can buy at Walmart real quick. Like I have to either order online or go pick it up.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
it's nothing I ever concern myself with. I'll replace it when. So my bed's going into storage until Taylor and I buy our new house in a couple years.
Gotcha.
I've got a Cow King.
That's what your bed's name is, a Cow King?
It's a California King. Yeah, it's
Oh,
the big one.
Cow King. I thought you
Yeah.
said Cow King. I was like, you
Oh
probably
no.
shouldn't tell anybody that. What kind of match you sleep on? That's a Cow King, huh? Oh, fuck, dude. What kind of sheets you got? They're pig slayers. Oh, fuck. Oh, sorry, that struck me funny. Have you seen this? Have you seen this meme that's been going around by the power of Numbskull? And
I've not.
it's Mo, but he looks like He-Man with the sword. You know. Hold on, I'll share it. I think that should go in. I think that should go in the memes. That's where I'll put it in the memes.
Hey, guess what?
What's up?
I miss my dog.
I bet you do.
You know what that dog meant to me.
Of course, I saw the tattoo as well. So
Oh, I miss her.
of course you do.
A good dog. Good
There,
dog.
there it is in the memes right there. By the power of Numbskull, which I thought was. I've seen it a few times, and it just strikes me funny every time. I have the power. You fucking Numbskull. Did I ever tell you about when I was in Deacontam and Gloria was looking for a tray back there, looking everywhere for it? She's like, Nate, I can't find this tray, blah, 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 blah. And I took a quick look around Decon, and we have these closed case carts, right? They're about as tall as, they're probably about 5'5", 5'2", something like that. So, like, if you ain't over 5 foot, you can't see over them. And, like, half our department's shorter than 5 foot. Gloria probably comes in at about 5'2", maybe 5'3". So she's just taller than it, right? Anyway, a quick look around, and I see the tray, and it's literally right next to her on top of a closed case cart. And I said, Gloria, it's right next to your brain box. And she looked at me straight in the face, said, Nate, what's a brain box? I said, Gloria, don't worry about it. You ain't got one. And I just handed her the tray. Thankfully, she didn't say
No
anything.
wonder you don't have friends at work. Fucking start shit with gloves, saying they don't have brain boxes.
I mean, just listen, what's a brain box? Like, what's a brain box? I come on, man. Although, I mean, like in context, like I kind of understand, but at the same time, it's like I couldn't not make the joke. I had no choice. It was in my nature. Nate, sure. I use that one. I use that one a lot too. I can't wait till the next time I talk to Big Ed, too. Big Ed is Weeze's brother, right? Or Weeze's big brother. And anyway, like, he's been yelling at me. Like, last number of times he's called me. Like, he's yelled at me. He's like, how come you never call me, Nate? What the fuck? That's my Ed voice, by the way.
He's not wrong.
And you're right. And
I'm
no, actually, you're right. And I know that I'm bad about that, right? And I've apologized to him every time he said it. Today I gave him a call. 3 rings and sent to voicemail. Left a message, no callback, no text, no nothing. So, what more do you want me to do? But the thing that scares me about that is, why? Like, is everything okay? Ed's had some heart issues recently. So, you know what I mean? I don't know what's going on. So before I judge him, I got to make sure everything's okay. So I'll probably call back a little bit later on tonight and see if I can get him.
Then after you talk to him, judge the shit out of him.
Well, if he ignores me again and then I find out nothing's wrong, then when I do talk to him, I will judge the shit out of him, just like he's done to me, which is completely fair, and he'll accept it because Ed's a smart guy. He knows what's up. Ed and Steve are both fucking smart and very good, genuine people. So the fact that he ignored me today tells me there was definitely something going on. He couldn't take the call, or he would have taken the call. Like, I'm quite sure of it. And I also did send him a follow-up text that said, hey, Ed, it was nothing important. I just wanted to chat. So, like, he knows it was nothing important, so I'll give him that caveat as well. So if he was busy today, and Ed does all sorts of crazy shit. He's probably shooting a show somewhere, like, down in the city or some shit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sure there was a reason why he couldn't take it. So I'm not really actually shaming Big Ed, to be very, very clear. That would be dangerous. He somehow it would come. That would end up coming back on me, guaranteed. Ed's too genuine of a person, you know what I mean? Especially in his older age. When he was younger, he was a little meaner. He's still kind of an asshole, but that's just who Ed is. Like, if Ed wasn't being at least a little bit of an asshole to you, you could be sure he was mad at you. Yeah. But he's one of the people in life that I love with all of my heart. So,
Yeah.
like, 100%. I hope everything is okay, of course. Remember that dude slapping my belly, man. Passing out at fucking block parties. Be like, Nate, whack! Wake up! Alright, I'm up, Ed, I'm up. Just red fucking belly in me, man. Like, not nicely either. Not like, he won't give me no love taps. He was winding up fucking, I think he was letting out with a woo every time he did it, too. I don't know if that might have been really too loud. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Discord actually muted it for me.
Did it really?
Yeah. I was like, he didn't make a noise, but I'm just gonna ask him to do it again.
Yeah, that was I pulled a Ric Flair there, and I let out with a good one.
My favorite field job to do, rolling the fields.
Why is that?
It's because you don't have to be precise with it. You can cover a lot of ground. It's just, I like the texture of the soil when you get done with it.
I have an off-the-wall comment, or not so much comment, but question to ask right after that, and I'll explain myself after I ask it. How's Mr. Ambrose?
So I actually don't get to talk to him that much anymore.
Okay.
We work for different parts of the company. When I do talk to him, he's doing well.
Okay.
Kids are big. 3 of them are out of high school now.
Damn.
He's gonna be a granddad in
Oh, snap.
5 months. Yeah, Nikki's pregnant.
Kids are very big.
Yeah. I
Big,
mean,
big pregnant.
not yeah. He's doing well at Crash. Yeah, he's doing well. He's
Good.
He's
I'm
doing
glad.
good. He golfed a lot.
Good. That's one of his passions, so I'm glad to hear that.
Bridget actually, I don't know if this happened while still
Bridget's the wife, right?
correct. Bridget, remember she used to work at the restaurant in Orland,
I do.
Gators or Gatos or whatever.
Yep, I do.
She cut the tip of her finger off.
Oh fuck.
She took a bunch of time off while that like healed, and she had to have reconstructive surgery on the tip of her finger and stuff. While doing that, she taught herself how to crochet and knit and stuff.
Uh-huh.
And she went back to work for a little while, but then she had some success selling her wares at different markets and TikTok shop and
Hell
shit.
yeah.
Yeah, so
Hell
she
yeah.
has it's called Nub Style Creations, and she makes like
Wait.
crocheted
Wait,
lightsabers.
wait. Tell me it was Nub. What was it? Nub?
Nub Style Creations.
So
is
did
the
she
name
do
of-
that based off of her tip? Based off
Yeah,
of her
she-
cut
yeah.
off tip?
Yeah,
That's I like that. That's creative.
Yeah.
Kudos.
She makes all kinds of really, really awesome
You should,
crochet stuff.
You should send me a link to her page because I mean I might buy something off it. Listen, I know that my friendship with those folks ended poorly, but I hold nothing against either of them, and I hope that they do well. It was the rolling of the thing, and so I was thinking of like the lines of cutting of grass and whatnot, and I was thinking of his yard and his backyard and all that. And that's what made me think of Ambry's.
Yeah. So yeah, and full blown honesty, he genuinely cares about you when I talk, like, because I'll tell him like, hey, guess who I saw, or guess who I was in stream, in stream with. He's happy you're doing well. There's no love lost.
Good,
Yeah.
good because I don't want there to be I know that went poorly, and I remember how the last interaction went, and so and of course I feel badly about it, especially all things considered as to how the reason that it went badly turned out, right? Like look, man. Hey Charlie, can I tell you something? I'm not always right. sometimes it's the opposite, and I'm very wrong. Okay, like. And in life, if you got to be able to accept that sometimes. And like,
Yeah.
Ambrose never did anything wrong to me, nor did his wife or any of his lineage, if you will.
Yeah.
I still think he's a great guy.
He's a good dude.
Yeah, I still think he's a great
family
guy.
man.
And I hope I wish nothing but the best for him and his family, of course.
I've actually learned a lot more about him after working with him and doing some traveling with him and stuff.
Well, I mean that tends to be the way.
Yeah. Like he had it not great growing up. When him and Bridget first got married, she was pregnant with not my Brandon. Mike got shot in like outside their apartment and was in the hospital for a while. And
wow.
Yeah, like. He was in Hammond, Gary, East Chicago area. Like, not great.
Nope.
So,
dude, I'm telling you, here's the reason, Charlie, that you should always choose kindness over fucking callousness. Everyone you fucking meet is fighting a battle or a past that you know nothing about. So, don't judge them until you fucking know what's up.
Yeah, no, it's the ones I know that I judge.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, last beer. No more beers after this one, then it's back to sodies. And to be very clear, that's by choice.
An earlier choice.
Yeah, not the choice I would make right now.
Because if there's another one in there.
You ain't wrong.
That's how you have to do it.
Yep. You ain't wrong.
You figured out what works for you. There's nothing wrong with having 6 beers,
And that best part about it is knowing how to cut myself off. Because if they're still in there, I will not cut myself off. But if they ain't in there, I'm not dumb enough to drink and drive anymore. So I just ain't gonna do it.
This game's just so peaceful.
Dude, that's the best way to put it.
Just got a couple workers planting some fields for me. Go check on my animals. Who's done? He's not done. This guy's done. The AI is not quite smart enough. See how it leaves unplanted sections?
Right.
Yep. So I have to go in and touch them up afterwards. This is one of the few things you do in the game that matters. So I could do these at an angle, but when they grow, you'll see it at an angle. Everything else you do in this game, you don't have to be. I mean,
Precise.
I could.
Like this.
I'm choosing to be precise because I could have just drove that whole corner and got it all in one go, you know. But
Oh
I
damn!
wanted it.
Stay out of the creek.
Oh come on! No! Oh no! Okay, got it.
You might want to back up into the other. Risking it for the biscuit. No, I would have done the same shit. Turn the fuck around. Fuck that noise. And it putting that bitch in the creek.
All right, switch this over to soybeans.
That's goddamn too funny, Charlie. Look, I can kind of get lost watching that for a bit. Use that shit as ASMR. Turn the sound on. Just use it as ASMR.
Sometimes when I was doing the farmathon last weekend, I because I'm not affiliated or generating a profit, I still stream copyrighted music. I just found a 90s and 2000s country playlist on YouTube and fucking was rocking out while I was playing this game.
Nice. Nice. Yeah, as long as you're not affiliated, you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Nothing's gonna save anyway. So.
I'm not making because I'm not making money. I'm not making money off of it either.
Yep,
I'm
yep.
not using it for profit. I'm just
Right.
the same way I can go to a bar and play it.
Yep. Dude, do you remember telling me about the ping pong bar?
The ping pong bar? No, I did find a ping pong like sports complex near you.
Okay, maybe it wasn't a bar. Maybe it was a sports complex. Okay, but do you remember telling me about that? Is that still a thing?
That is the thing, yeah. And then we talked about it, and I think after we talked about that, I don't want to. This is not, when I say argument, I don't mean heated argument, but you and I had a debate as to whether or not you still had my paddle, because I think you still have.
You
my
think
paddle.
I still have your paddle? Wait, hold on, because maybe because
the one
wait,
you
hold on,
have.
because maybe I do. Give me a second. I'll be right back. Give me a second. I'll be right back. This actually might make sense now that you bring this up when I'm not drunk. This actually might make sense because they're almost exactly the same. Yeah,
Right.
I think I do. I think I fucking do.
And I think mine has Mjolnir drawn on the bottom of the handle.
I need
Did
better
I not
eyes.
Did I not draw Mjolnir in a little thing down on the bottom of the handle? I thought I did.
If you did, I don't see it here. So I've got two paddles
Oh,
here.
I did that. I did that to my snap-on hammer.
So I've got two paddles here. Both of these look like more quality paddles than your typical paddle. I'm gonna go back on stream.
One of
here.
them should be mine. If I remember right, mine was much lighter than yours.
I don't think there's any weight difference here. But so the only difference here is this one, which I think is mine. That's the handle. And then there's this one, but this one, the red is peeling a little bit on this one.
Let me maximize you so I can see this a little bit better.
Let me.
All right,
let me flip them both
there's
around.
the way I will remember is mine is the one in your right hand. From the hand closest to the computer. My inlay was
Was clear.
Yep.
So you're pretty sure this is your paddle.
I am 99%
wait.
positive.
Hold on. This one, right?
Yes.
And so that would make this one mine. And see,
Yes.
I actually would have said the other way around. I don't even, to be honest with you, Charlie, I'm not sure this is either one of our paddles because this one seems chintzy.
No.
This one seems this is something I would buy. This is not. This one seems cheaper.
Nope, that is 100% my paddle.
Well, ain't that about a
I
motherfucker?
remember. I remember the wood grain. I remember having the clear inlay with the silver. Yep.
So the shit part about this is, I mean, not that I really care too much at this point, but I'm not 100% sure on that because these are the only two paddles I took from home, and I'm if you're right and this one is yours and this one is mine, I'm really surprised at my piss poor taste because yours is a nicer paddle in that case.
Well, because you bought yours first.
It could be. And,
Mine's a couple of generations newer.
Mine could be older. That you might be onto something there. And Charlie, honestly, if you and I are gonna measure wee-wees, it might be a different measurement. But if we're gonna measure memories, I think yours is way better than mine. I'm just saying.
That is 100% my paddle.
I think your memory is way better than mine. So I actually, in this case, would probably lean towards just deferring to your right. I mean, like, I'm not trying to pump you up or blow your skirt up, if you will, but I think you're probably right because again, my memory is not as good as yours. It just isn't. It ain't never been.
That's actually one of those things. Like, I've been told my whole life. Like, Amanda hated how good my memory was. Taylor hates how good my memory is. Like,
I won't say that I hate it. I won't say that I hate it. I actually kind of like it because sometimes, you'll help me remember shit. Yeah.
The problem is my your significant other doesn't want to be reminded.
Yeah, that's yeah. You're right. I'm not dating you. If I was, it probably would be annoying. You're right. It's a good point.
So, I was scouring the internet trying to find ways to get cigarette smoke smell out of the house. Right?
Fair.
Because I smoke in my rental and I'm not supposed to. I found a kind of hidden gem comment in Reddit about this topic. For the last 4 days, I have boiled instant coffee and cinnamon sticks on the stove.
Huh.
It smells wonderful in here. To double check, I had non-smokers come in here to smell, and nothing.
I will say this, Charlie, when you visited last time, the smell of cigarette smoke didn't leave for a week. And you only smoked like 3 or 4 stogies while you were here, dude.
Yeah.
But it did not leave for a week.
I limited myself to, when I was at your house, to one every 45 minutes.
And I appreciate that, of course, but you didn't have to. When I say that, Charlie, it's not like I minded. Like I didn't mind. Like I was acutely aware of what that does. I don't care. You're my friend, and you smoke cigarettes. So fucking what? That doesn't make you less my friend, and I'm not going to limit what you can do to have a good time. That'd be like you telling me, Nate, your beer is offending me. I think you should limit yourself to one every 45 minutes.
Dude, I have.
That's actually kind of accurate. That's funny. That's funny.
Sorry, I feel like I've been taking a lot of
Cheap jabs at you, but they're just timing.
Dude, and have I not laughed at every single one of
No,
them?
I know.
Listen,
I
if
know.
it's
I'm
if,
just-
if it's funny, it's funny. I don't fucking care if it's at my expense. If it's fucking funny, it's funny.
Oh shit.
Made me tear a little bit. All right, I'm gonna cue myself for another solo queue here. May as well, right? I can't lose them all. I'm stuck at 51% towards my seasonal mount. For PvP over 1,000 rated, you get a seasonal mount eventually. You gotta win a whole bunch. You gotta win a whole bunch of matches to get it. That's the spider that I always ride. That's how I got it with me and Crimin. I'm sure that I've told you that before.
I might have proof. That is my paddle.
Oh, I don't, Charlie.
No.
It's settled
Pictures.
in my mind. It's settled in my mind. I trust your memory. It's settled in my mind already.
I was just thinking the pictures that remember some of the pictures I took on the bar with paddles.
Yeah.
I would have always picked up mine to do that just because I don't grab.
Obviously,
it's not mine. Yeah.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh nope, that's dice.
I was gonna say, I don't really require proof because I think your memory is good enough for me. But anyway, so back to the reason I asked that question. I'm still down to go give that a try if you are. You just and even if it has to be after you move and you find one, because there's got to be something somewhere even around you. Like I would drive a significant amount of time to be able to do that. You know, go rent a table or I don't know if it works like bowling or where you rent the lane, if you will, or whatnot. But rent the table for a while and dude, that'd be a blast.
That would be a lot of fun.
I would probably look into some sort of a knee support for both sides. Make sure my shoes are in good shape. Make sure that I drink a lot of water in the week leading up so my joints feel as good as they can possibly feel, and give her hell. See what happens. I'd love to. Like, I miss ping pong hardcore, dude. Like,
We had some great matches.
Epic.
Dude, I started. We were playing so much and so vigorously that I started to lose weight when we started to play ping pong.
Fuck yeah, dude. I mean, we would get up there, we'd be
We
sweating.
got sweaty.
Yeah, we'd be fucking sweating because we were going hard.
Remember, that's why I always played. Shoeless because my feet would get sweaty
Yep.
and I could actually grip the concrete floor.
Yep, I do remember that. Yep.
I'm a gross man.
You are not. You are not. At least not for that, anyway. You might be
I mean,
gross, but not necessarily.
I just said on 2 live streams that I am gross enough to have sweaty enough feet
to grip the
While playing-
concrete.
while playing ping pong.
That is funny. I just used a cooldown I shouldn't have used. It might cost me. Did not cost me. I got lucky. I still had 59% mana left that time and outlasted the other healer. It gives me good vibes that I might be better than this healer. All right, that concludes the beer portion of my evening.
Oh, you finished it off. You finished it off camera.
Oh, did I really? That's
You're on your
unfortunate.
away screen.
That's unfortunate.
What did Mario say to Peach when they broke up?
It's got to be something about being in another castle.
Nope. It's not a you, it's a me.
That was well sold too, by the way. You committed to that.
I'm about to play myself out of the game the rest of the day. You can, so Swanee and I share a server, so he has a farm. You don't know.
I do know about that.
Yeah. I'm at the point now where I won't be able to do any field work or anything unless I speed up time and let this stuff start growing. I'm gonna put the whip, but I can't fast forward time because this shit needs to be planted still.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, we're planting very similar crops that have the same planting and harvesting
The
schedule.
same gestation period, yeah.
So I've got all of mine planted, and the last 3 fields are being rolled right now. So once that rolling is done, there's a little touch-up fertilizer work I can do, and then I am
Dead in the water.
Yeah, and all of my animals are taken care of. The greenhouse is taken care of. I can't do anything else unless it's... I thought about expanding. I did think about buying some more farmland. I'm doing pretty well. I'm still beating him, so... I like that.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna lose. Yep, I lost that one. I lost Penny Confear. The guy's name is Penny Confear. He's a warlock, so that's their thing is fear.
I think it might be time to buy some. I haven't expanded it a bit. Sneaky son of a bitch.
can't fucking keep Penny alive. He's fucking dead. Goddamn garbage ass warlock. He's got big health, but he's doing that dude's doing no fucking damage. That's a warlock, and he's doing no damage. I out-damaged him. What the fuck? This dude just said this warlock refuses to move around. I said, he's hot garbage, kill him. Dude says 100%. Fucking goddamn warlock. He's back on my team, of course. He's complete garbage. There's no... I don't think I can win with him. He's 490. He's fucking full gear. How are you so fucking bad, you piece of shit? Thank God. They're calling him a lot. Nice. Salvage the win out of that one. Hey, what's up, pro? Just beating some people's asses in some PvP, you know how it goes. Mostly getting my ass beat, but nonetheless.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Yeah, salvaged a win out of that one. Up to 53%. The mount is almost mine. God, the thirst for a beer is so big right now too. I'm gonna have to settle down on that. You got a soda next, Nate. Nothing you can do about it. I still got weed. It's cool. Hey, Charlie, you know what I found? So I've got these 50 milligram fucking weed gummies, right? I bought like 6 of them. I got 2 left. I've taken several of them now with like a couple hours before I go to bed. You want to talk about some dream making motherfuckers? I have the 2 times that I've taken one of those where, when I say taken, I ate, whatever. One of those, within a few hours of going to bed, I have had some fucking incredible ass fucking dreams, and then woke up, both times woke up just feeling like I was absolutely still baked. I don't know what it, like, I feel like I better, if I'm going to eat one of them, I better eat it earlier in the day, because I think they really take a long time to take effect.
Yeah.
But when they do, whew, even if you're sleeping, they'll fuck you up, dude. The dreams. It's like I almost take them for that reason intentionally. The
Right.
dreams were just like, what the fuck, man? Yeah, I figured, bro, it's middle of the day for you, or early in the day, actually. every time I do that, I always think of Tim. Shave and a haircut, 2 bits.
2 cents.
Yep. But I one time asked him, "Can you hear that?" He said, almost before I could finish the question, he said, "Every single time." Like, in other words, stop doing it, but nope. Can do. No can do, bro.
truck does not like this trailer.
Seems like a big trailer for that truck.
It is, and plus it's 100% full of manure.
Ah, the tip over is real. When are they gonna make automatic hitches like that for real?
Right?
Oh, goddamn, dude! Ain't even gotta get out.
Oh, what's next? What else do I need over here? Oh, I need lime. You know what? We're gonna put this truck back, and we're gonna see if the 450 can pull the lime trailer. Lime trailer is gonna be just as heavy.
Ah, you whacked the fence. That's gonna be better for pulling that. Oh, the old teleport to tractor method, huh?
Yeah,
Let me
not a
technically.
mod. It's an in-game thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically, I'm right now. I'm pretending that this is a phone call to this worker to now go over here and roll this field because all I'm
Right.
doing
Right.
is I'm gonna get this
Is
guy set
yeah.
up and then tell the AI to take over. See? Now I'm not doing anything, so I can go back to my truck. Sometimes it's faster to just get to one near it because we have too much shit.
Right. Right. That one looks smaller.
It is smaller. I'm gonna go hook up to the manure trailer and see what it does to this truck now. Because this thing's pulling this thing like a breeze. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm just going to let that one expire. That's 2 in a row. I'm going to let it expire. I'm going to get some stuff organized. I'm going to get out my leftover wings, get rid of some of the garbage near me, transfer over to
Weed and soda.
Yeah, weed and soda, exactly. BRB momentarily.
Eat some wings. Watch me farm.
Yeah, right. I'll do some more arenas. I think I want to do some Mythic Pluses today too. I'm probably going to take a break here in a little while, though. What I'll probably do is I'll probably stream for another hour or so, and then I'll probably take a break for a little bit, do a little this and that, whatever, and then I'll probably come back on for a later stream. I think that's probably going to be my MO. In my experience as well, the 3, 4, 5 hour streams do much better than do the 10, 12, 14, 24 hour streams, unless you do some like advertising leading up to it or some shit like that. You know what I mean? Like when I did the first 24 hour stream, everybody knew I was going to do it, and so it was a thing. But when you don't do that ahead of time, those streams don't typically do as well.
Right.
What an overall good day, though. Got to smoke a cigar, got to hit a round of frisbee golf, got to have a couple beers, got to have wings, got to play some game. And I actually went out to eat too, so like I got to sit and watch like the second half of the Cubs game. Dude, overall basis, day you can't go wrong with, you know?
Yeah, that's how you get a home run.
Ha ha. That's what I'm saying, dude. Normally I'm worried about hitting the curveball. You just taught me how to hit a home run. How about that?
You said overall bases.
Hey. It's fucking funny.
Thank you. I thought that was a good one.
It was.
I'm bummed you didn't get it off the bat.
No, I know, right? It sucks when you have to explain something, but still, it's still funny.
I tell Taylor the funniest jokes are the ones you have to explain all the time. So I told you about the whole washer and dryer trick, right?
You did?
Okay. There's been one fly in the ointment in this whole process.
Oh, no.
Amanda's dryer was gas, so it had a 110 outlet and gas. This one's electric, so it needs a 240, so it's not plugged in. So it's
Oh,
just
no.
so laundry. I'm just gonna do in Laporte. I'm just gonna wear what I have and drag my clothes out to Laporte and do them at Taylor's.
Okay.
Uh,
So
but they're gonna find out when they
I was
move.
gonna say, when are you gonna tell them?
Well, on move out, I'm gonna say, hey, look, uh, the fucking dryer took a shit. I had to replace it. I knew I was moving out, so I just figured you could do it all at once because he has to do electrical work in there anyways.
Right.
There's 3 outlets near sinks that aren't GFI.
Oh, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Inspector
so,
will bust your ass on that shit.
Yeah. So
Damn. I would not tell him that until you absolutely have to. Wait until all transactions have been finalized. Like, oh, by the way, there's one more little thing that might concern you. Your new tenant may have a problem with the dryer.
So what's kind of cool is I don't want to say like, oh, I'm doing them a favor, but they will actually be the first ones to admit. So the way this worked out was, I met my landlord to look at a different house. Actually, he had one listed online, in Seneca, and I went and looked at it, and I was kind of desperate for a house because of the situation with moving out and shit.
I got it.
So I went to go look at this place, and it was a good house, and it was gonna be the one I was gonna take. They liked me, but I was like, he mentioned that they were like getting into the rental game, and I was like, oh, so you have multiple? Do you have any in Morris? He goes, yeah, but they're rented out. He goes, actually, we just bought one, but it's not ready to be rented. I'm like, I'll move in it as is, dude. Like, you guys can collect rent on it for a couple years and then just do what you want to do after I move out.
So you did him a favor even moving in when you did.
Sort of. Like, obviously, like, we helped, like, we were there for each other, right?
Right.
That's pretty much what
It worked out, right.
But
every now and again in life, you get lucky like that.
so, like, basically, like, I'm kind of beta testing this house for them. There's some weird quirks to this house. It's an older house, but not old enough to be like old house.
Right.
It's like a 1940s house that's been added on to
I see.
so many times. And the old couple that lived here, the old man fancied himself a do-it-all kind of guy.
Oh no. Yeah, those are usually dangerous because those
So
guys do some sketchy shit.
So there are perfect example. So there's a basement to this house. You can't get to it from inside the house.
Mm-hmm.
There's a storm door on the outside. A storm cellar door.
Yep.
The light switch to turn the lights on down there is right by my front door, near the top of the door.
Huh. Odd.
What's even crazier is there's a little red light. What I think it is I think the old man put that light switch there. So because he had a little workshop down there.
Mm-hmm.
So when he went down to his workshop, his wife would see the red light on and know that he's out there.
I see.
But the light switch is by the front door of the house. You can't turn the lights on for the cellar downstairs in the cellar. You have to turn them on from up here. Yeah. So I know sometimes in houses it's a feature that one outlet is controlled by a light switch.
Mm-hmm.
In the living room, there are 3 outlets on 3 separate walls that are controlled by one light switch that also control the light in the closet. So, but he recognized that was an issue, so he put one of those pull chain adapters in.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been able to like, hey, this is what you're gonna want to fix before you rent this out to anybody else. So, but what's cool is, so it's a landlord partnership. Basically, my landlord has a friend named Jim who has a son named Jimmy who was kind of aimless, getting in trouble. Um, let's put it this way: he's been in enough trouble here lately that he has to have an intoxalock on his car. I think for like the next 6 years or some shit. Like it's something ridiculous. I've been in this house 2 years now, and he's had an intoxalock on his vehicle since I moved in.
Let me tell you something about those. They suck.
Yeah, they do. I know. I used to have to run into him all the time when I worked at the dealership.
I bet.
Yep. I had to call a number, let them know I was servicing it. They would take the Intoxilock off for me. Some companies wouldn't even take it off. They said that I had to, like, they didn't care. Like, somebody had to blow.
Wow.
Yeah. So it was always policy that if for whatever reason, um, they wouldn't unlock it for the dealership, that they either had to buy us prepackaged tips or we would not work on their car until they came and started. And even then, we would still turn it down just because how many times do you have to start a car when you're trying to diagnose shit and
Yep.
play on the computer in it? And so, but yeah,
Annoying.
so anyways, the one with the Intoxilock and his wife are going to move in here for a little bit so they don't have to pay because they're actually renting their own place, even though he has like 8 rentals.
Right, right.
So he's going to move out of his rental and move in here for a little while,
Gotcha.
save some money. While he's living here, he can do some of the stuff that this house needs, the little TLC stuff that need to be done before they rent it out to somebody else.
Right.
So it's kind of a win-win.
Gotcha.
They're letting me out of my lease a month and a half early too because
Nice.
he wants it. His lease is up uh July 31st. Mine's up August 31st. So he wants
Gotcha.
to move in here August 1st, but he wants the house for 2 weeks prior. So that means my move out date will be officially July 5th, like July 15th.
Nice. I mean, that's
Yeah.
literally working out perfectly.
Yeah. Let's get it over with.
Over and done and moved on. Back
Yep.
to Indiana you go.
Yep. My time was fun. I was here for a good time, not a long time.
It's a true statement. Oh, good one.
This is a satisfying operation too. This is a fun one.
I can see that.
Spreading lime. Yeah.
Yep. Mr. Charlie, I'm going to take a break for a little bit. I think I'm going to take
Sounds
a
good,
shower.
buddy.
I think I'm going to take a shower, do some of this and that, and I'll probably be back in an hour or two, something like that.
Sounds good. I'll wait for your live notification.
Yep, if you're around, check me out. If not, I'll chat with you again really soon. Thanks for stopping, everybody.
See you, buddy.
Anyone else watching the stream? Appreciate you. Come back. I'll be back in a couple hours.